People, what's going on? What's going on? Oh man, it feels wonderful. Feels wonderful. People, as you guys know, it's your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. As I promised you guys, I have a beautiful guest that's going to be live tonight, giving us some gems. As you guys know, I'm a life coach, a wealth practitioner, always teaching you guys how to make money and how others have made money. Shouts out to everybody that's going to be on this live tonight. As I promised you, I have the beautiful Flora in the building. She will be on this live momentarily to give us some great gems. Tonight, I promised you, you will be listening to a woman entrepreneur who have created a six-figure-a-month business through TikTok. And what's beautiful about her situation is she just started a couple months ago. I'm waiting for her right now to tune in. We're going to have a great live. We're going to understand her business. We'll buy from Mentourme.com. As you guys know, I'm always teaching you guys about financial wealth as you're living. This is the goal of life. And one of the parts of life that you guys need to understand is always the mental. And what this lady focuses on is the mental components, which is, of course, benefiting her and many others to creating a lot of wealth in this world today. Momentarily, we will have Flora, the Manifest Bestie, teaching us, of course, the world that she lives in, how she has created a lot of wealth. And as you guys know, I'm her financial, I guess you could call me an advisor in a weird way, right? She called me the other day, said, Bobby, I'm making a whole bunch of money. I need your help because I know what type of money you make. I want you to give me some guidance, and that's what I'm going to be, of course, giving her. And it was a blessing to talk to her the other day and just hear her journey, and I could always remember where she came from. So we're about to go live with Flora right now. Let me make sure she's ready to go, and we're gonna have a great conversation tonight with Flora from Manifest Bestie, the guru, the one and only woman entrepreneur making six figures a month. Here we go. Let me see, where is she? 1 second. All right, here we go. All right. All right, she should be live momentarily, about 1 more minute, and we're going to be live, ready to go. Oh, man, it feels good. It feels good. Oh, man. People, I hope your evening is wonderful. This information that she's going to be delivering to a lot of you just really shows you what happens when you have self-drive, when you have the mental capacity to understand the truth of growth, and really could benefit others by teaching them how to become better people. In all different dynamics of life. In her particular situations, it seems like she's focused on relationships, which is amazing. As you guys know, I focus on more financial. But at the end of the day, you're going to see how two great minds come together and just really can give you great knowledge. She should be live momentarily. What is taking her so long? Flora, where the hell you at? Come on up. Come on up. Let's see. Where is Flora? Let me add her to my live if that's the case. 1 second. One second. Where is Flora? I'm trying to add her to her. She must be on the phone. Okay, here we go. Let me add Flora. There we go. All right. All right, we are good to go. Give it a second. Let me also get my... I just added her. My connection is good. Where is Flora? There we go. Where is Flora? 1 second, people. Flora is... Oh, here she goes. Okay, let's get her on. Why hasn't she joined? I just gave her an invite. Flora, you got to click the join button. I see you. Here we go. Unable to join. Why is that? Invite. Here we go. Flora, what's going on?
Hey, can you see me? Okay.
Yeah, I can see you. I see you. appreciate you. All right, you settled all in, okay? You
Yes.
good? All right. Good evening. Good night. People, it is here. It is here. She is here. The beautiful Flora, the manifest bestie. People, it's a
Yes.
blessing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for taking some time to have us hear your journey through success from the beginning to where you're at today and where you're going. It's a real blessing. For a lot of you, as I promised you, the manifest bestie is in the building. Flora has created a journey of success from teaching people how to, of course, understand who they are and many different dynamics and relationships and many other factors. She's going to tell us a little bit about her on the platform. Mentourme, guys. First and foremost, explain to people, who is Flora, the manifest
Thank you
bestie?
so much, by the way, for having me. So
All love.
I am a mindset and manifestation coach, and I help people completely reprogram their subconscious mind to create the reality that they want to start experiencing. So I focus on personal development, I focus on mindset coaching, and I kind of divide it into 3 different groups, right? So I work a lot on finances and money, love and relationships, and health and body image, which are really the 3 most important parts in someone's life that they want to start transforming. And I help people mold themselves into a better version of them with a new identity. That way they can start experiencing the life they really want to live.
I really like it. You know, what really caught my attention, you came in a different dynamic. The mental is something a lot of people don't talk about, which is more of that intrinsic value inside of a person. How did you come up with the name, the whole manifest bestie name itself?
Yeah, so it's something that I normally say to my friends, my best friends, like besties. And I created this beautiful community of individuals who are very tight-knit, very supportive. I call them my besties, right? And the name kind of was inspired from that, as I kind of treat everybody like they're my sister, like they're my best friend. I treat them like family, right? Are you guys having issues hearing me? I see a lot of people say they can't hear.
Wow, for some reason, I hear you clearly.
Hear me? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not sure. I do see somebody say they can't hear. That's one. Let me see if there's more people, but other than that, everybody said they could hear. I mean, other than that one person, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Everybody can hear you. Okay, you're good.
Okay, good.
Sorry about that person.
It kind of came from that community aspect of wanting to build something that's a little bit different form of mentorship, where I treat everybody like they're a friend, like they're somebody I'm very close with, and that has allowed me to gain a lot of support and really excel at my business in the last 6 months.
Now, before doing this whole manifest journey, really just teaching people the intrinsic value of themselves, teaching them how to get better when it comes to relationships, especially in the mental aspect of life, what were you doing before this whole journey?
So I was in sales.
Okay.
I worked in telecommunications sales. I worked in network marketing prior, and I always took on the role of personal development within my teams. So I kind of took on the initiative to always take charge in that aspect of helping people develop their mindset to become better in their roles at work. So that's what led me into this position. I got very heavy into reading about mindset training, mindset coaching, transforming the subconscious mind. And I started to see the effect it had on my friends, the effect it had on my coworkers, and most importantly, the effect it had on my own life. And the last role I was in was a direct sales company. And a lot of the people on my team would just come up to me and tell me that the only reason they're even in the business is so that they have access to me.
Wow.
So I realized that, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to just start my own business. Why work for other people?
Why not?
Work for yourself, you know?
And she's 100% right. For a lot of you that don't understand the reality of life, sometimes you taking a leap of faith and investing into yourself and just really flourish in something that you really believe in can actually put you in a position just like herself. Again, for her to come from sales to, if I'm correct, you're in a position where you came to me for advice because the amount of money you're making. And a lot of people don't realize how powerful one of the platforms you use a lot, if I'm correct, is what? TikTok, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And it has put you in a position of a lot of wealth monthly. Am I correct?
Correct. A lot.
And, and for some of you that may not know, when I say she makes great income, great wealth with what she does by helping individuals find their mental dynamics that they need to have better relationships in life and find their identity
that of course suits their future. Here's my question too, right? Do you cater to men? I see everything is all about women. Am I right or wrong?
I have a lot of male clients.
Okay. Okay.
My following is pretty large. I have about 170,000 followers, and about 98% are all women.
All
So
women. Okay.
I really have to cater to my people, but
Yeah. Hey, look, I can't blame you.
several male clients, and they're actually very quick with this work. Like, they tap into this work a lot quicker than women, I'm noticing. And the reason is because men are raised with a stronger belief system about themselves than my female clients. So when I work with men, they are faster at manifestation, at subconscious reprogramming, because they are brought up with a set of beliefs that I can have anything. I can be a CEO, I can be a president, I can get all the women that I want. And women are to be more shy, more timid, to be quiet, to be less bold and be less assertive. So I help women peel back these layers so that they can go after the things that they want.
Tell me a little bit about your manifest guide work course book that you have from Correct. That's teaching individuals different components of themselves.
Yeah, so it's a self-concept transformation guide. So I help people tap into their current identity and see what underlying beliefs they have to start transforming to get them from their current reality into the reality that they wish to experience. And I break it down into different aspects of reprogramming the subconscious and impressing the subconscious mind with a new set of beliefs, even if they're not true, even if it's completely make-believe. People start to see insane results because of the way that they speak to themselves. So your thoughts, your assumptions, your speech, your beliefs are all creative forces that are actually creating your 3D world. And a lot of people are not aware of that. So a lot of people talk a lot of shit in their mind. A lot of people
It is true. It's true.
Yeah, complain about every aspect of their life, and then they're wondering why they cannot get ahead. It's because they're creating those scenarios for themselves over and over and over again.
You know what a lot of you are listening to is right now, you're listening to an individual that's teaching you pretty much law of attraction. And that law of attraction really comes from within. And a lot of you don't understand in life, whenever you're trying to grow further in life, no matter what you do, as you guys know, I teach financial literacy. She teaches more of the relationship aspect of life, which is so impressive. And one thing I did catch on some of your videos and some of your podcast audio that I've listened to is that you talk to women also about their weight and their body size. How beneficial and how important is that to manifesting?
So important. It's actually the most important piece of your image. So your self-concept, your self-image is actually shaped and formed from your set of beliefs. So, and the best way to explain this is, you can have an individual who eats junk food all day and remains very thin and very lean and has no health issues. And there's an individual who maybe looks at a chocolate bar and feels like they gained 5 pounds. Why does this happen? And people will say, oh, it's the metabolism. It absolutely is not the metabolism. If you understand the placebo effect in science and in the medical field, you'll notice that all of that is a load of crap.
Yeah, which is true, which is very true.
The way that you speak to yourself, the way that you view your self-image through the law of assumption, law of attraction, you are going to manifest that body. Same thing with finances, same thing with your love life, same thing with your health. If I grew up in a family where everyone's popping medication, all the diabetes and heart disease, I am adjusted to that mindset and I will develop it. It's not because of my genetics, it's because of my mind.
And let me get this right. What's your age, your current age right now? 30 years old from what you told me.
Yes, I'm 30.
30 years old, within a 6 to 8 month time frame, you got on social media, created a business that's pretty much roughly making, if I'm correct, anywhere from $40,000 to $100,000 a month. How did you? At what point, I would ask you, when did you realize you had a business? When did you realize, okay, this is not just me talking anymore. This is not me just sharing my sales advice. This is not just me just sharing my passion with these people. I have something and I know I do. At what point did you realize that?
Before I started it. So my story is, like, back in January and February, I went broke. I went into debt and I lost my previous businesses that I was operating, dropshipping. and other stuff that I was doing, it plummeted. I was thousands of dollars in debt, and I was shaking in fear. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I had to start driving for Uber Eats to pay off my debt. Right.
Uber Eats?
Uber Eats. Yeah.
You were doing Uber. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
A year ago, you were doing Uber.
This
now
year,
you're making $50,000 to $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Continue your story. Sorry.
Yeah. And so I already knew when I started driving for Uber that I wanted to capitalize on mindset coaching, because I know it was something I'm so good at. I just never dove into it as a business. So at nighttime, I would do my deliveries, and in the daytime, I would do TikTok videos every single day, back to back. I just knew this is what I wanted to do, and I didn't care who made fun of me or what people were saying about it, or what my parents, they live in another,
never.
they're like, you need to go get a job. I'm like,
They don't understand. They don't understand.
I don't get it. No, I'm like, there's no way I can go back to a 9-to-5. I'm like, I know what I have in here is worth millions of dollars. I just
100%.
have to out,
For sure. It's continue. Go ahead. Continue.
No, yeah, and then so the way that I manifest is I speak to myself as a wealthy business owner. So as I'm driving for Uber, instead of me complaining and crying about it, I would be sitting in my car singing to myself that I'm extremely wealthy, that I have a massive business that helps people internationally, that I have clients banging down my door to work with me. And my first goal was to have like my first $20,000 month. And in 60 days, I manifested my first $25,000 month through TikTok. So, and then it just kept going bigger and bigger every single month.
People, let me tell you how impressive this is. The power of having goals in life, the power of believing yourself, the power of having self-drive. This is something I talk about a lot in the financial aspect of life. And, one of the reasons that we had this live is because not only was she aware that she's making a whole bunch of money, she has a great business, she's helping people, and she realized, hold on, I need to know how to structure my money. I need to know what to do with this money, because a lot of you don't realize, and I always talk about this, as you make money, you got to be prepared to understand there's going to be a tax issue, and where do you invest the money you make? Because in this world, when you're making 100,000, when you're making 200, when you're making $500,000 a year, you got to be in a position to understand where do you, of course, syndicate and, of course, direct your funds, because there could be a big tax burden. So she came to me and said, hey, Bobby, I need your help. I'm making a lot of fucking money, and I need to understand how to save on taxes. I need to understand also how to, of course, invest my money. I'm so proud of this woman here. It's so amazing, so young, such a short time of wealth. What's your next goals in life with what you're doing right now?
Oh my gosh, so many.
Give it to me. Give me at least three of your next goals in the next 24 months.
So we just have the podcast that launched, right? So we're taking number 1. That's the first goal. It's already, I think, at number 16 in North America. So it's doing phenomenal. The next step is going to be traveling to do in-person workshops and events.
Very good.
My following base is international now, and they're asking me to do things in person, because when I do live streams with my community, there'll be like 600 people in a room like this, and we manifest together. We say our affirmations. We do a lot of wild, fun things together.
Yeah, correct.
We want to do it in person. The synergistic effect is very
which is true.
Wow,
so
doing workshops and events is next. And I have a lot more in store that I can't talk about live yet.
No, take your time. Keep your secrets, right? People, it's really a pleasure to hear an individual come from a 9-to-5 background, and eventually to push herself to say not only that, eventually had to ride Uber to make ends meet, to fill in the gap. And 6 to 8 months later, close to almost $1 million in the next couple months. And to realize not only she has a business, there's more to life than what she has. And the great part about it is she's solving a problem, and it's a very big problem in this world today, because relationships in this world have not inclined or elevated in certain levels, because a lot of people are divorcing. A lot of people can't find the partners they want. Some people don't know who they are. They have lost their identity. She's helping people find themselves, not in a desperate manner, but in a strategic manner that mentally puts them in a dynamic of life that really benefits them to find a partner that they deserve, which is so impressive. Now, for a lot of people that, of course, always want to get into business, want to do social media like yourself, what are some of your challenges you go through?
I've learned that I can't force my content when I have nothing to say. I have to operate out of aligned action. So when I get an idea, I have to start writing everything down because it starts to flow very quick. But if I just press play and I have nothing to say, it's not going to work, right? It's not going to be impactful. So I have to operate out of instinct. It's something I'm learning how to use my instincts and turn it into creativity and how to channel that energy. And the other thing of social media is there's a lot of hate. So
oh yes, there is criticism. I get it all day. I get it all day. It comes with growth. It really does.
And just learning how to have a very thick skin as a young girl who, gets a lot of backlash for helping people. It just, the good always outweighs the bad, but it's still
very true.
So you have to learn how to filter out people's opinions and realize it has nothing to do with you. And that's always going to come with any type of social media business.
For a lot of you that want to come into the world of social media, that even want to just get into business, and it's very true. One of the things that I do, I'm a commercial real estate agent, and I mentor financially, teach people how to financial literacy. And there's a lot of hate. I have people tell me, some of the things I say is not true. Some of the money I make is not real. Even though I post it, even though I show it, still doesn't make a difference. I've had people DM me late night paragraphs of how much they don't believe anything I'm saying. But then eventually those same people are booking me for shows. Those same people are doing one-on-ones with me. Those same people are now flying me out the state. So it's funny how that negative stays there, but it's also showing that if you're doing something good enough, you're going to have people that's going to feel opinionated. It's okay. It doesn't mean that they're wrong, you're right. Sometimes growth comes with that. It just naturally comes with. You could imagine being like a LeBron James or being a Steve Harvey. You could imagine how much criticism they get all day long based on saying maybe one wrong word, saying, perceiving something a different way than that person that's viewing and perceiving. It's just a whole different dynamic, but it just shows you're growing, and that's all growth comes with. So my thing is this: with challenges comes a purpose. What is the grand purpose of what you do?
The grand purpose is to give people their power back, because there's an endless amount of people who wake up every day and they feel completely powerless, and they feel like the cards that they've been dealt is what they just have to deal with forever. And I'm here to show them that that is completely false. You have very divine gifts that you can tap into to create your reality. And you never have to play the victim mentality, because everyone likes to play the victim role. It's so easy.
Correct. Yes, it is.
It's easy.
Yes, it is.
It's easy to claim poverty consciousness. It's easy to claim poor health. It's easy to claim that every person hurts you and every person is toxic, but it's actually all based out of you. So if you take back your power, if you understand what is actually living inside of you and it's waiting for you to unleash it, if you have that power, the world cannot hurt you anymore. It's not possible,
It's very true.
That's my mission.
A lot of, one thing I love that she say is that she implied the importance of your energy. A lot of you don't realize how important your energy makes a difference to your everyday habits, your mind cycle, your everyday focus when it comes to, of course, you being a better you. Energy is not something schools talk about. Energy is not something you hear people focus on. But the reality is negative energy can affect you long-term and short-term. Negative energy could put your mindset in a position where you feel your down days is a failure when it was just part of your journey. So it's very impressive to hear Miss Flora tonight just really give us some great gems. And people understand, this woman is 30 years old. Within a 6-month period, have created a platform which is called the Manifest Bestie. Okay, your Manifest Bestie on TikTok. Please follow her. And of course, right now doing $50,000 to $100,000 teaching people, and we're talking a month, people, teaching people how to, of course, manifest your dreams. Now, here's what's funny. When it comes to manifesting dynamics of what you talk about, is it only relationships?
No, so I
Okay.
actually took the whole thing out for money because my money
Okay.
story was what I struggled with my whole life. So I come from an immigrant family. I lived in America illegally for
Okay.
10 years, no papers or anything. So all I knew growing up was struggle, was pinching
Wow. Same
penny,
thing.
poverty conscious.
Yeah.
So and people think that if that's where you come from, that's what you're stuck in. So I started to teach money mindset. That's how I actually started my TikTok account, was all about money, because that's how I was
Right.
transitioning out of the Uber Eats lifestyle, right?
Yeah, it was well worth it.
It was,
It was well
right?
worth it.
And then it turned into money and health. And then the relationship thing was actually last. It turned out to be what people asked the most about, is how to change your identity to attract the right people. So now I teach all three aspects of manifestation: the money and finances through wealth consciousness, the health and the body image, and then the relationship and love life.
People, I love it. People, you heard it here first. Flora, the Manifest Bestie, teaching, of course, the truth about the mental aspect of life, the intrinsic value. People, if you have any questions, put your questions below. I know she just did a live stream on, if I'm correct, TikTok before she got on this live on Instagram. I know she's probably mentally tired, but if you guys have some questions, feel free to ask your questions below for Flora herself. This has been a blessing for an individual to, of course, come on this platform, the Mentor Me platform, teaching us, of course, how she created a six-figure a month business, really helping people become mentally better when it comes to, of course, flourishing and getting the abundance of life when it comes to relationships and many other dynamics of life. People, of course, Flora, how can they find you? And I'm going to let you go tonight. How can they find you? What's the social media outlets? Please tell them how can they find you.
Yes, come find me on TikTok, guys. At just like my Instagram name. We have a huge community. We do live streams every single day. So I do rapid fire question and answers for like 2 hours every night to help out our community. It's grown into a massive movement, and you guys can find me there. Ask me any questions you want. I'm very, very open with my followers.
I love it.
Yes, and guys,
your energy is so amazing. So amazing. Just a great energy. People, of course, it's your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com alongside Flora. Oh, hold on. Girl, you have changed my life. Well, you got a lot of great comments on the bottom. I love it. Everybody saying nothing but positives about you. Make sure you follow your Manifest Bestie, okay? People, she's on TikTok. She is teaching you how to become a better you, started from the mind, mentally. Mentourme.com, your boy Bobby said from Mentor Me. You guys enjoy your night. Of course, this video will be, of course, downloaded and promoted tomorrow. If you want to watch it again on YouTube and all the platforms. May God, but hold on. We got a question. We got questions. Hold on. We got questions. Job 0196 says, what created the reality in the manifestation movement for you?
So like how I tapped into this movement, I think that's what he means, right?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
So I've been in personal development, like I mentioned earlier on the live stream, for years. Every time I had a position in sales or any type of job that I carried out, I was always in charge of the personal development of that business and the people that work there. So I tapped into mindset work pretty early on, and then I transitioned it into coaching people online and turning it into a really large business, into manifestation. So the more that you read and the more that you study these things and universal laws, the more you tap in, you're able to do the same thing. You learn it, you can coach it, you can share it with your friends, and it can blow up into your own business as well. It's pretty profound what you can do with this information.
Man, it's really a blessing before we close out. For her to even give me the call and say, hey, look, Bobby, I want you to teach me how to, of course, reduce my tax burden. Teach me how to, of course, invest. It was a beautiful call, and to hear an individual making, close to almost $1 million and really put her in the right position. That's my job. But for a lot of you, understand in life, if you put your mind to something, anything is possible. Believe and understand that energy is everything to life, and the mental mindset is everything to growing as you want to be the best you every single day. This is what Bob from Mentor Me. Flora, appreciate you coming on the Mentor Me platform, the Plainful Truth. Thank you. You have a great night. People, peace. Enjoy.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Love. Cool.